Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Guys, if this isn't the team that you see in the highlights, it's because I'm always constantly using like different teams for the player reviews. Obviously with this team, there are a bunch of meta things that are missing, but for the player review account, I just work with the first owner cards for the most part, right? So it's not always about building the full meta team, but I always explain the types of players you're going to want in your teams, right? So guys, for this tactic today, it's going to be from a guy that we got off of Twitter. It's the 4-3-2-1 instructions, tactics, formation. Guys, this formation is the most overused formation in the game right now. And the reason why it is the most overused formation in the game right now is because of the way that it transitions on the attack as well as the defense, right? So the way that this 4-3-2-1 is set up, and by the way, I will be leaving a link to the Twitter post down below, is set up like this, right? So we have the attack. I just want to make sure that I have this correct because I did try out different variations of a 4-3-2-1 and it is correct. Okay, so defensive style is on balance, 43 for width, 70 for depth, build up, play on balance, direct passing. Guys, direct passing you need in this game because of park the bus being super effective. So it's literally using attacking AI to push up against defenders to create attacking space, because on balance a lot of the times they don't really do much, right? Because the attacking AI you can't really utilize against the park the bus that much, right? So it's important to use direct passing for that reason. I tell you guys this all the time in every tactic video. 45 for width, 7 for players in the box, 1 for corners, 1 for free kicks, right? Instructions on the team. So you can rotate this from one side to another, but for the sake of our current team, it's formatted this way because it's really well formatted, to be fair, right? Okay, so the goalkeeper is on comes for crosses, sweeper, keeper. The right back is on stay back while attacking, overlap. The left back is on overlap. Your left center mid, who could be the attacking and defensive oriented card, could be on stay back while attacking, cover center. Paul Pogba fits this role kind of nicely because even though he's a more attacking oriented player, he still does offer some defensive capabilities, like I mentioned to you guys in the player reviews. And obviously in his case, he's got the weak foot, the skill moves. So there's a lot of options you can work with in that area for someone like Paul Pogba. Your other center mid that plays through the middle is also on stay back while attacking, cover center. Your right center mid, you can decide what you want to do with this. For the sake of the review, I use Quadrado there because I can just rotate the team accordingly, right? But you can use an attacking oriented card there, right? So, you know, when I do the player review sometimes and we talk about a player like Vanderson, or was it Vanderson, that's his name, the Brazilian dude from Monaco? That card actually has some defensive stats, but if you're using the 4-3-2-1 setup, you can use him in that center mid position, right? You guys have seen me do this with cards like Fakir for a player review, because here's the thing, is that position, the main thing is not necessarily about you being able to defend as well as possible. It's actually more about being able to have that extra attacking support, because the way that this team moves in game is like, it's kind of like a 4-2-3-1 in the attack sometimes, right? But it's all focused down the middle play because of the formation being really, you know, middle base. You got center forwards in each of the positions. They all play through the middle. It's about congesting the middle space as much as possible. That's how this game kind of plays out, right? So you can use an attacking and defensive oriented card there. It would be preferable to use an actual attacker. I know the pro players like to use someone like Ginola there. Ginola would be a very good example because he's tall, physical, offers skill moves, and, you know, could shoot the ball well, all that good stuff. I've seen people use like really good high work rated cards there as well. That's definitely something you can do. So if you did the Jairzinho review, Jairzinho would be nice there because of that high work rate, stuff like that, right? So look at the work rates, look at the attack that you have, all that good stuff, right? Your right forward is on stay central, getting behind. Your striker's also on stay central, getting behind. And your left forward is on comeback and defense. Now, if you notice that your attacking AI is annoying to you specifically, right, you can take off the getting behind part, okay? Because sometimes they overcommit the attack, especially if you're using specific players there. Now, the reason why the getting behind is so effective is because counterattacking is very effective in this game, right? So if you have really fast players that utilize their pace, that utilize their shooting capabilities, they're going to be great to use in those positions, right? From the pro players team, he uses Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe. I don't have to tell you guys anything about Kylian Mbappe. You guys know that he's going to be an absolute monster at doing that. And Vinicius will be similar too. Like, again, the only thing that I mentioned in the review that you have to work with a little bit is the left stick, but he's amazing at everything else. So who cares, right? So yeah, you can use those types of attackers, and then try your best to get a left-footed player on that left side, right? So obviously in his case, he's using All Oratin, okay, because this guy is literally a full meta beast that everybody uses. So using him in that left forward position is super ideal because he only has the comeback and defense instruction for that left forward role. Because like I mentioned to you guys in the other 4-3-2-1 video, the way that this team lines up in game is honestly in like 3 different formations, right? So one of the formations is basically a 4-4-2 in defense, right? Your right center mid actually moves to the wing position because he has the cover wing instruction, and then your left forward will move into the left mid position, quote unquote left mid position, because he's on the comeback and defense instruction. The thing about the comeback and defense instruction for the left forward area while working with an overlap player is that they will tend to do that more often because of the fact that the fullback is non-position. And what happens is that if your fullback is really good at attacking and defending, if you get a really sick one, which to be fair in FIFA there's not that many crazy left backs, there's a few good left backs but not as many crazy ones, then yeah, you can use that there, and they'll basically switch in game until they get back into their original position, right? That's how the team moves in game in general, which is why they use the overlap while working with the comeback and defense, while working with someone like Pogba who's going to cover center, who could potentially move into the side position to block out those opportunities as well, right? So yeah, it's definitely a very interesting tactic. We do have highlights. I don't remember which team exactly that I was using for the highlights, but you guys get the idea for the most part. Now, for the team in general, I always tell you guys this every single video: your defense, your back five, you know, your 4 defenders and your goalkeeper, full meta as possible. Okay, in this game you need it because people always like to abuse the pace and stuff. You can see that the pro player here is still using Ferland Mendy, which to be fair makes sense because he's still very good. Lucio, Sergio Ramos, as you guys know from the player review, I mentioned how he was one of the better center backs I've used in the game, and honestly sometimes I still use him in certain occurrences, and he's still an absolute monster to use. And then he has like Jordan is this Jordan Amavi? Amavi, I don't know. I never use Amavi's card, but Edwin van der Sar is a goalkeeper, you know, some typical stuff. So a pretty full meta oriented team. You can see that he uses Guendouzi as a center mid. So there's 2 different ways that you can line up with the center mid playing through the middle. You can use a medium work rated card there, but it's just super ideal to have a good medium high work rated card. You know, when I did the review for Guendouzi, I kept telling people like, this card is actually really nice, and it was very fair value at the time as well, because obviously he's going to probably keep going down if anything, but that medium high work rate while being a stay back while attacking cover center person, while having that balance next to him, that's what you want to work with the most, because the left center mid could be a more attacking oriented card or a more attacking and defensive oriented card. So Paul Pogba was more attacking oriented, which obviously is helpful, but the fact that he's tall and can defend a little bit is great. But you can also use someone like Renato Sanchez in that area, and he would be fantastic too. Like I said, with this position over here in the right center mid area, you can use an attacking and defensive oriented card, but it'd probably be way better to use just an attacking card. Like if I were to get Chiesa, I could put Chiesa there, and he would play that role. But yeah, you could see that in his case, like I mentioned earlier, the high work rates on Jairzinho would be really sick to work with. It'd be a very consistent thing because you basically attack, right, with the cover wing instruction, and then you come back in that, and you don't attack with the cover wing, you defend with the cover wing instruction, so you're consistent at going forward but also coming back, right? So it's the most used formation right now for obvious reasons. It's just it lines up in different formations when you attack, and it lines up in a different formation when you defend, right? Because this guy pushes forward, it kind of acts like a 4-2-3-1, sometimes a 4-2-4, like depending on the situation of the attacker that you're using. And obviously it causes for a lot of cool attacking plays as well as a very solid defensive play, right? So that's why everyone's using it. That's why it's the most effective. But yeah, I'll show you guys some highlights in regards to how the formation moved in game. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to visit the tweet and say a huge thank you to the pro player for showcasing this. Guys, this tactic, it's hard to say that this person created it, this one person, because they're all very similar to each other. Like all the 4-3-2-1s, they're very similar to each other. So I guess like some people, they'll just adjust a few things here and there, maybe like 1 or 2 up and down from the tactic part of things, like, you know, this side right here, and then that's pretty much it, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this little introduction for the formation. I'll show you guys the highlights, and I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.
Really good high press. Well, what a start to the game that would have been.
Valverde, you beast.
Can't come closer than that. Well, they can't dwell on not getting the rub of the green. Perhaps they can create another chance.
There it is. Well done, boys.
And it's Messi going forward. What's he going to do next?
Good play.
Vinicius. foul, but the ref. Lionel Messi. Real chance.
Let's go, Fakir. Work that little space right there. I like it. I like it. We get a penalty. Nice.
Well, when you're behind in the game, you certainly don't want to be conceding spot kicks. Well, some might say he's been fortunate to avoid being shown the card.
Well, I like that from the referee.
Right down the middle. Good stuff.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, big chance.
Oh, beauty. Beauty of a play.
My goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. Correa. Vinicius.
Yeah, just create the space. Good stuff.
Vecchia, and he's made headway.
Let's go.
Lionel Messi.
Great finish.
Strongly, decisively. Lovely ball over the top.
Oh, beauty. Let's go, Fakir. Getting involved.
Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
Federico Valverde. Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. Can he put it in?
Yes. Get that 45. Nice little green time shot.
Mbappe. And now Correa. Opportunity.
Small little dribbles. Small little dribbles. Good stuff, boys.
Me in the commentary position is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. And on the menu, live coverage of the Champions Finals. How's it going to go, Stuart? And it might be.
Aw, dude, he even gets a goal for me. Look at this guy. He even gets a goal for me, man.
And Valverde. Mbappe. Now Fekir.
Good finish, Fakir.
Square the game.
Needed that green time shot there. Good stuff.
Do it on his own. Salah. Pressing high, and they have the ball again. Correa. Still pushing for a winner. Can they forge ahead?
Good.
And you've got
Good stuff, boys. Needed that.
So Salah. Really getting stuck in. Valverde. Vecchia. In with a chance.
Beauty. Good play, boys. Good play. Good play.
Nabil Fekir. Here's Mbappe. Promising attack this. Oh, maybe the equalizer.
Good goal, boys. Good goal. Good build-up play.
Vinicius Junior.
Nice, Vinicius. Needed that finesse shot. Let's go, baby.
Vecchia. Here's Vinicius Junior. Correa. Can he put them ahead?
There you go. Well done.
Palinha. Vinicius. Oh, lovely incisive pass.
Oh, would have deserved a goal for sure. Definitely would have deserved a goal. I needed that.
Hands between the posts. Virgil van Dijk plays alongside Sergio Ramos in central defence. Zinedine Zidane plays alongside.
Open nets. Nice. Let's go, boys.
Federico Valverde. And return to Correa.
Mbappe!
Moving into the advanced position, but nothing comes of it. Valverde. Mbappe. Hakimi. Oh, this is looking promising. Looking looking for the angle.
Good. Extra pass, extra pass, extra pass. You gotta get those extra passes, bro.
Correa can they get themselves in front
Good
here?
job, Mbappe.
And a goal to
Good job, my boy. Good job. No, man. Just give me the ball, EA. These little emphasis touches, like, even with the top class players, like, stop doing that.
beautifully disguised ball. He just needs to stay level-headed.
Oh, thank goodness I have Mbappe. High-low work rates with high pace will get him into those positions quickly enough.
David Alaba. Here's Marcos Acuna. Vinicius Junior. Oh, a nice-looking pass. Happy to pass the ball, but remaining patient. Will it be?
Nice little tap finesse shot.
Surely
Let's go, Vinny. Pretty good.